Good day, my students, and welcome to our second lecture in Managerial Economics. In today's lecture, we will discuss one of the most important topics in managerial decision making, namely market analysis. As managers, we constantly make decisions regarding pricing, production, investment, marketing, expansion, and product development. The quality of these decisions depends largely on how well we understand the market. That is exactly what market analysis helps us achieve. Throughout this lecture, we will answer several important questions. What exactly is market analysis? Why is market analysis essential for business success? How can managers analyze customers and competitors? How does market analysis reduce business risk? How does it improve profitability and strategic planning? By the end of today's lecture, you should understand how market information becomes a valuable resource for managerial decision making. Let us begin by understanding what market analysis actually means. What is market analysis? Before managers can make good decisions, they must understand the environment in which their business operates. This environment is called the market. A market consists of customers, competitors, suppliers, prices, products, government regulations, technology, and economic conditions. Market analysis is a systematic process of collecting, evaluating, and interpreting information about all these factors. In simple words, market analysis helps managers understand what is happening in the market before making decisions. Instead of relying on assumptions or intuitions, managers rely on evidence. For example, suppose a company wants to introduce a new smartphone. Before production begins, managers need answers to several questions. Who will buy the phone? How many potential customers exist? What features do customers prefer? How much are customers willing to pay? Which competitors already sell similar products? Is demand increasing or decreasing? Without answering these questions, launching the product would involve considerable risk. Market analysis, therefore, helps managers reduce uncertainty. We have a list of several key questions managers ask. Who are our customers? Managers first identify their target customers. Customers differ according to age, income, occupation, lifestyle, purchasing power, and preferences. Understanding customer characteristics allows firms to design products that satisfy customer needs. What products do they prefer? Consumers rarely buy products randomly. Their choices depend on quality, price, design, convenience, brand reputation, after-sale service. Companies therefore study customer preferences carefully before launching new products. The third question is, how large is a market manager's estimate market size by determining the number of customers, total demand, expected sales volume, and growth potential. A large market often offers greater opportunities for business expansion. Number 4, who are the competitors? Competition affects nearly every managerial decision. Managers study competitors, products, prices, marketing, strengths and weaknesses, innovation. Understanding competitors helps firms develop competitive strategies. Number 5, what price should we charge? Pricing is one of the most difficult managerial decisions. Managers must balance three factors: the customer willingness to pay, production cost, competitors' prices. So charging too much reduces sales, charging too little reduces profits. Number 6, is market demand growing or declining? Markets continuously change. Some industries grow rapidly, others decline because of technology or changing consumer preferences. So managers therefore monitor demand trends continuously. Now that we understand what market analysis is, the next question becomes, why is market analysis so important for managers? Market analysis is much more than collecting information. It is one of the most valuable managerial tools available. Imagine driving a car without looking through a windshield. You might eventually reach your destination, but the risk of an accident would be extremely high. Running a business without market analysis is very similar. Managers would make decisions based on guesses instead of facts. Market analysis provides reliable information about customers, competitors, industry trends, prices, technology, and economic conditions. Using this information allows managers to make strategic decisions with greater confidence. Uh, Let me come or identify the business. Market analysis is not a one-time activity. It's a continuous managerial process. So, we are going to discuss each benefit individually. Let me start by identifying business opportunities. The first major benefit of market analysis is identifying business opportunities. Successful companies do not wait for opportunities to appear. Instead, they actively search for them. Market analysis helps managers discover opportunities by identifying unmet customer needs, new technologies, changing lifestyles, emerging industries, and underserved customer groups. For example, 20 years ago, few people imagined ordering food using mobile applications. Companies like Uber Eats and DoorDash recognized changing customer lifestyles. Consumers increasingly wanted convenience. Let me take another benefit of market analysis. Forecast future demand. One of the most valuable applications of market analysis is demand forecasting. Demand forecasting means estimating how much customers are likely to buy in the future. Managers cannot simply produce products randomly. If they produce too much, inventory accumulates. Storage costs increase, products may become obsolete, capital becomes tied up. On the other hand, if managers produce too little, customers cannot obtain the product. Sales are lost. Customers may switch to competitors. Therefore, accurate demand forecasting helps managers determine production levels, inventory requirements, staffing, purchasing, investment plans. Demand forecasts are developed using information such as historical sales, economic growth, consumer income, seasonal variations, market trends, and promotional activities. For example, retail stores increase inventory because major shopping seasons such as Christmas, Black Fridays, or Eid holidays. This is because historical data consistently show higher consumer demand during these periods. Airlines also forecast passenger demand. Hotels forecast tourist arrivals. Manufacturers forecast product demand before increasing production capacity. Uh, the third benefit is to set the appropriate prices. Pricing is perhaps one of the most sensitive decisions managers make. Every customer notices price. Even a small change in price can significantly influence purchasing behavior. Market analysis provides managers with valuable pricing information. Managers analyze customer willingness to pay, competitors' prices, market demand, production cost, and price elasticity of demand. Let us briefly explain price elasticity. Price elasticity measures how much demand changes when price changes. Some products are highly sensitive to price. Luxury goods often experience large decreases in demand when prices increase. Essential goods such as medicine may experience relatively small decreases. Managers must therefore understand customer responsiveness before changing prices. A practical example in the airline industry, airlines rarely sell every seat at the same price. Instead, they continuously adjust prices based on booking time. The fourth is understand customer behavior. Now that we have discussed business opportunities, demand forecasting, and pricing decisions, let us move to another critical element of market analysis, understanding customer behavior. Many people believe that businesses simply sell products. However, successful companies do much more than that. They study why customers buy, when they buy, how often they buy, and what factors influence their purchasing decisions. This is what we call customer behavior. Customer behavior refers to the actions and decision-making processes that individuals go through when selecting, purchasing, using, and evaluating products or services. As managers, our goal is not merely to produce goods, but to satisfy customer needs better than our competitors. To do this, we need to answer questions such as, why do customers choose one product instead of another? What motivates customer to buy? How often do they purchase? What factors influence their loyalty? So the main factors may be income, lifestyle, age, education, culture, and social influence. Let us come to evaluating competitors. Every business operates in a competitive environment. Rarely does a company enjoy a market with no competitors. Even businesses with unique products eventually face competition. Therefore, managers must continuously monitor competitor activities. This process is known as competitive analysis. Competitive analysis involves collecting and evaluating information about competing firms. The objective is not to copy competitors, but to understand how the organization can perform better. Questions managers ask during competitive analysis, such as who are our main competitor? What products do they offer? What prices do they charge? What marketing strategies do they use? What is their market share? What are their strengths? What weaknesses can we exploit? Answering these questions helps managers make strategic decisions. Let us come to how business can reduce business risk. Every managerial decision involves uncertainty. Managers never possess perfect information. Future market conditions cannot be predicted with complete certainty. However, good market analysis significantly reduces uncertainty. Reducing uncertainty means reducing business risk. Business risk refers to the possibility that actual outcomes differ from expected outcomes. For example, a company may introduce a new product expecting strong demand. If customer demand is weak, the company may experience financial losses. What are the sources of business risk? Changing customer preferences, economic recessions, inflation, government regulations, technological innovations, new competitors, political instability, supply chain disruptions. Managers cannot eliminate these risks completely, but they can prepare for them. So the market role is to provide manager with reliable information about economic trends, customer demand, competitors' strategies, and so on. So imagine a manufacturing company planning to expand into another country. Before investing millions of dollars, management conducts market analysis. They evaluate political stability, exchange rates, customer purchasing power, government regulations, and cultural differences. Market analysis also can lead to improve in profitability. The ultimate objective of most business organizations is to maximize long-term profitability. Market analysis contributes directly to this objective. It enables managers to increase revenues while controlling costs. Rather than trying to sell everything to everyone, managers concentrate resources on profitable customers, profitable products, profitable markets. So market analysis also identifies products that perform poorly. Managers may discontinue these products and allocate resources to more successful ones. For example, a supermarket studies purchasing patterns. If certain products sell quickly, management increases shelf space. So products with low sales may be removed, and this improves both efficiency and profitability. Develop effective marketing strategies. Marketing is much more than advertising. It involves understanding customer needs and delivering value better than competitors. Market analysis provides the information managers need to design successful marketing strategies. Using market information, managers must make decisions regarding product, price, place, promotion. These are commonly known as the four B's of marketing. For example, if market analysis shows that young consumers prefer online shopping, companies invest more in e-commerce platforms and digital marketing rather than traditional newspapers advertising. So effective marketing increases customer awareness, sales, brand loyalty, and market share. Components of market analysis. Market analysis consists of several interconnected components. These include market demand analysis, understanding customer demand, how much customers want to buy, factors influencing demand, demand forecasting. We have also market supply analysis, understanding producers, production capacity, availability of goods, and suppliers' behavior. We have competitive analysis, which studies competitors, their products, pricing, market share, innovation, and strategies. We have market segmentation, dividing customers into groups with similar characteristics. Common segmentation variables include age, income, gender, geography, lifestyle, occupation. So segmentation allows managers to serve each group more effectively. We have market structure analysis, where managers study whether markets are perfectly competitive, monopolistically competitive, oligopolistic, monopoly markets. Different market structures require different managerial strategies. Let us come to the managerial implications of market analysis. Now that we have discussed the meaning, importance, and major components of market analysis, we move to the next section of today's lecture, the managerial implications of market analysis. This question, or this section, answers an important question. How does market analysis influence managerial decision making? Many people think that market analysis is simply about collecting information. However, managers do not collect market information merely to create reports. The purpose of market analysis is to support better managerial decisions in every organization. Managers make hundreds of decisions every day. These decisions involve what products should we produce, how much should we produce, what price should we charge, should we enter a new market, should we invest in a new technology, and so on. So all these decisions require reliable market information. Market analysis transforms raw data in useful knowledge. This is why market analysis is considered a strategic management tool, not simply a marketing activity. Now we have reached the final section of today's lecture. These review questions are not simply a test of your memory. Instead, they are designed to help you apply the concepts we have learned throughout this lecture. As we discussed each question, I encourage you to think carefully before looking at the answer. Remember that in managerial economics, understanding why an answer is correct is far more important than simply memorizing it. So you have to answer these questions and upload it to my page because it may help you at the end of the year in adding some marks to you. Congratulations. Now we have completed today's lecture on market analysis for managers. Before we finish, let us review the key ideas we have discussed. Today we learned that market analysis is a systematic process of collecting and interpreting information about customers, competitors, market conditions, prices, and future opportunities. It provides managers with reliable evidence for making informed decisions rather than relying on intuition. We also examined why market analysis is essential in managerial economics. It enables managers to identify business opportunities, forecast future demand, set appropriate prices, understand customer behavior, and evaluate competitors in order to reduce business risk, improve profitability, and develop effective marketing strategies. Finally, we discuss the managerial implications of market analysis. We saw how it improves the quality of decision making, increases profitability, reduces uncertainty. A future manager and business leader, you have to remember important principle. Successful decisions are not based on guesswork. They are based on reliable market information. Thank you for your attention and participation throughout this lecture. Please review the concepts covered today and revisit the review questions to reinforce your understanding. In our next lecture, we will build on these ideas and explore additional tools that managers use to analyze markets and make strategic economic decisions. I look forward to seeing you in our next session. Thank you and have a productive day.